Hey guys, Apotheosis here. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to get started in ElunE and set yourself up for success from the gate. The early game's adventure mode is not like many others where you just place it on full auto and clear the entire story. It actually presents some challenges, even for the experienced gacha players, and by the time you reach that 5th map and on, you actually might find yourself getting stuck if you didn't place any focus on building an actual team comp. So if you have some time to reroll, I do highly recommend it. Or you can get rolling out of the box and come back here later if you decide a reroll might be your only way through. Rerolls really just cut down on your headaches or effort needed to get through that early game. You don't need a best in slot account, so you don't need to reroll for too long, but it's so easy you might as well spend some time finding at least a decent team comp to start with. You actually get a decent starter kit in your mailbox as soon as you log in. You receive a free 5-star legendary ticket, a 10+1 summoning ticket, 5-star Chloe Van, and a full level 75 corrupted gear set, even including those coveted jewelry spots. These rewards make both starting and re-rolling a new account very easy. Just clear the first 2 stages in the adventure mode to unlock that summon shop, claim those inbox rewards, and any rewards that you can find if there is an event going on at the time. Then summon your team from these tickets. If you like what you got, go ahead and get rolling. If you want to re-roll, go to the menu, settings, and in the bottom left click delete account to start that process over. No need to reinstall the game, just pick a different name and repeat this 3-minute reroll until you find the team that you want to move forward with. Now, without knowing what each ElunE does, I can imagine team building would be pretty difficult, so I have some recommendations for you. As far as who to aim for in your early team building, just be careful about how many legendaries you use from one roll. For example, summoning 3 legendary DPS right now would just leave you too starved for class seeds when you need to evolve your ElunEs to 6 stars. In the early game, before you start getting any gear from dungeons, evolving will be one of your biggest sources of power creep to be able to get past some of those jumps in difficulty that adventure mode presents. So having the seeds to evolve will be very important to you very soon. And this advice will actually make a lot more sense to those who didn't receive it and made those mistakes for themselves. Also, just because Mikazuki or Kangrim can do some decent damage, pay attention to their actual roles. They aren't DPS, they fit that debuffer class. So pay attention to what role an ElunE is as well. For a detailed guide on which epics and rares to keep, check out the video I have linked in the corner. For legendaries, they're all actually pretty strong and the devs do a good job of keeping that balance. I made this graphic and I linked it in the description if you want to copy for yourself, for you to have an idea of who's better at one role or who can fill other roles as a backup to round out your team comp. These are recommendations that are specific to this stage of the game, so they will definitely change the farther you get along. But the good thing is that a lot of these ElunEs will retain their value through to the later game, so you don't need to feel bad about building them now. After completing 1-5, you'll also earn a free select summons. You can summon a legendary from this ticket as well, but they will be hard to evolve from 3-star. They will cost 48 seeds to get to 6-star compared to the usual 20. At a stage in the game when seeds are so precious to you. So my advice here is just to target someone from this graphic that would round out any missing pieces from your 1-2 rewards. Currently Karu is in the rotation, so if you do pick a legendary here, go with her because she is worth the seeds later on for sure. So for your tank role, you want to keep an eye out for Fahrenheit, but with his low summoning rate, you can also use epics like Owen, Nasser, or Anmei. Really though, any tank would work here with some effort. Just make sure that you level one to have one available to you. I'd highly recommend using one to clear the adventure mode. For healers, Freya is my favorite, but Fabian and June will do fine here. You can also use rares like Cookie for the buffs that she brings, or a Yugioh might be worth leveling up just to have a res available to you until you summon a Fabian or a Medjed. Karu and later on Weiwei will also provide backup healing from within their own support roles. For Aoe Damage, grab an Arslan, Reve, or Balder. Caroline and Lisa Rose may also fill this spot. You definitely want to have some form of Aoe Damage available to you to speed up your clearing or your farming. For debuff or CC support, I recommend looking for Kangrim, Mikazuki, Reina, Kunhar, or Sally. You were already given a Chloe Van as well, so she will fill both damage and CC roles for your team. Notably though, Kangrim can help you cheese some of those more difficult stages like 5-10 using his insta-kill mechanic, or you can use a friends to help you pass these stages. For supports, keep an eye out for Karu, Miho, or Stella to fill this role, and then definitely zerg your way to hard mode and start farming those quests as soon as you can to get access to your Weiwei, as she will definitely replace or at least complement anyone that you did use in this role. And that's all there is to early team building. From here, just follow Coco's missions, and for more info on what to do next, check out my video on what your focus and goals should be in the early game to help you progress faster. As always, mahalo nui loa for all the support, and may the RNG gods bless your rerolls. Aloha.